This is a supply chain inventory management system which could either be used by a pharmacy, a group of pharmacies, or a pharmacy wholesaler. So in effect, they'd actually place orders which would be put through the system. They'd then be scanned as they arrive through automatic assignment notes or manually, put away on the pharmacy shelf, and then the stock management system would actually decrement stock as it was dispensed or moved to another customer. A customer could be another pharmacy, or it could be a patient. So what we're trying to do with this is actually have the data tied up with the patient data via the FI Star reverse supply chain solution. And that would allow via 2D technology, which would actually be scanned right from the point of manufacturing origin to the point where it's dispensed and fed into the PMR and the NHS system, to be validated, and then to be able to use by a device like this could be replaced by a mobile phone. This in fact is a ruggedized mobile phone, so there's no reason why you couldn't use your iPhone or your Samsung device as a patient to scan that drug and understand what its current status is, its history, and actually to be able to pull information that's useful to you. It's been quite key because it actually ties up in the cloud. It ties up your stock, it ties up your retail estate, your customer experience, customer at home on the web, customer at home using their mobile digital estate, and relevant information being pushed to the right role at any given time within that whole drug journey, in essence. I think the key is if we can get buy-in from the wholesalers, multiple pharmacies, we can create repositories that the manufacturers buy into, then the platform could actually serve a very beneficial function to the patient and actually add a lot of value to each one of those players. The manufacturers can disseminate information effectively. If they have a drug recall, that could be managed end-to-end, right to the end customer patient. The pharmacists could actually up their revenues in terms of repeat prescription, better interaction, pulling other services from the patient. The patient can improve their safety and compliance, and also know that there's a link back to their trusted pharmacy. I think healthcare problems are kind of globally universal. They don't seem to be different from one country to another or one region to another. They're all down to demographics, people living longer, pressure on healthcare resources, limited ability of governments to be able to train enough healthcare professionals, access to healthcare professionals, access to accurate advice in a prompt fashion is key. And actually better preventative advice as well. And in fact, I think pharmacists are very well placed as people who are frequently in touch, and probably the most accessible part of the whole NHS patient NHS journey experience. They're on everybody's high street. You can walk into one without an appointment. And that has a certain comfort and immediacy that you don't have with your GP or your local A&E department. If they can get linkage between that information and other services, it could be lifestyle information, it could be content that's basically more general well-being content that helps them better manage their diabetes, helps them better manage their blood pressure through non-drug or non-surgical intervention or non-medicalized intervention. That has much better long-term outcomes, reduces the load on the health service as a whole, be it pharmacy, be it hospital, be it GP-centred, consultant-centred. All of these resources then are available to deal with immediate need.